Welcome back to another episode of Podcast P, a Wave Sports and Entertainment original. It's your guy, PG, and I'm joined by ultra talented co-host, original. It's your guy, PG, and I'm joined by the
Boy, I thought, boy, they better stop playing with it. But they better stop playing with it, boy. They gotta stop playing like that, boy. Before I been done showed something.
We could have planned this a lot better. But I told that you book over 300,000.
Welcome back to another episode of Podcast P, a Wave Sports and Entertainment original. It's your guy, PG, and I'm joined by the ultra talented co-host to my left, Jackie Long, and Dallas Rutherford. We here at the Las Vegas Apparel, here for Summer League, and I'm happy to welcome my newest teammate, the rising star himself, newest Most Improved Award winner, Tyrese Maxey. My dog.
Man, I appreciate that, brother.
Yes,
appreciate
sir,
that.
bro.
Glad
Yes,
to
sir,
be
bro.
here. Glad to be here.
Congrats on the Most Improved Award as well, capping off the season.
Yeah, I appreciate that,
with
man.
a great finish.
Appreciate that. A lot of work went into it, man. You know, like it's you as a kid, you grow up saying, I always say I want to get 1% better, and for me to win that award, it meant a lot to me, dog.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool.
Mm-hmm. How you been though? How's the summer been going so far? Because you got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
New dude.
Yeah.
New dude. You
Yeah.
was just talking about the underbraid.
I was just telling him I like the new look you got.
I appreciate that. Man, I'm be honest with you. Look, this our first time losing since I've been in the league in the first round. Had too much time on my hands, so I'm like, shit, I'll try something new, and I came up with this. But offseason been smooth though, man. It's been a way different offseason for me. You know, had contract stuff and just a lot of different things I had to do. I got to go to Paris. You know, had to wait to work out. You know what I'm saying, for all those reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So glad to get ready to ramp that back up and get ready to have a good year this year.
I want to congratulate you on a new deal. Obviously, you know that's major, life-changing money right there coming out of your rookie deal to then sign that. You waited a year before signing, that's another level of maturity right there. Talk to us a little bit about that process.
Right.
Them coming to you, this is the future of what the team could look like, but we need you to hold out, if you can, to sign the following year.
Right. This is going to be my first time really being able to talk about it. So, like, for me, like, shoot, it was hard. You know what I'm saying? Way hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put in a lot of work, you know what I'm saying? And then when the work shows and the results come and you perform at the highest level as far as just stepping into different roles and doing whatever they ask you to do, like, you start and you get hurt, you come off the bench, you go back to starting, you know what I'm saying? Play one, play two, you know what I mean? Do all those different things. And, you want to reap the benefits, of course, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, when it came to me, when the opportunity presented itself, it's hard. You see your peers get paid. You see your peers, reap the benefits that they deserve, and you just feel like you failed yourself because all the work that you put in.
Mm-hmm.
But I understood where they were coming from, and I think it worked out. It worked out in the long run. I feel like not just for myself, but for the team as well.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think I'm sitting here with one of my teammates because of it.
Yes, sir. What was that initial like? Because I saw the stuff on social media that the Sixers posted, and it was for obvious reason an emotional moment. You had your family there. They did a whole big thing for you, which I'm glad they kind of highlighted how significant of a moment that was for you. After signing though, what did that feel like? Now you official.
Yeah.
That's a big boy. I got the big boy deal now.
Man, you know what though? It's funny because like somebody asked me, yesterday I was walking around in Vegas like, what'd you get yourself? I ain't got myself nothing. I'm just happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy. Like, I still get to work out and all those things, but it's just a blessing, man. I thank God every single day that I'm able to get up and actually go out there and work out and put my best efforts out there so the world can see it. And now I just feel like I have a little bit better platform that I can show the world that I'm working. I can show inspire others and do different things like that. But I'm happy, man. Really just blessed. My parents are happy and they're situated, my family, and that makes me happy.
The streets say otherwise. The streets say otherwise, that you went crazy.
That's what is that? Crazy doing what?
You tell me.
Like 10 cars,
Not yet.
10 watches.
You didn't get anything?
Not yet. I haven't.
He might be in Philly like
He got them earrings.
he got the earrings.
Oh, these? Nah,
Yeah, he got them earrings.
Nah.
Damn, bro. I can't even mention that, bro. Not with KD,
That ain't even real. I ain't getting nothing yet, bro. I don't know. Like I'm so like.
What's on the list? Like, cause I as a kid coming from nothing, right? I always had something that I aspired. Like that's gonna be what, to me, that's gonna be something that symbolizes you made it.
Right. I'll say this though, like, thankfully, like I worked extremely, like my mom and my dad worked extremely hard, so like we weren't. I ain't gonna say we had a lot of stuff. Like we didn't have everything, but they did a good job of like making it seem like that they were they were good and like anything that we asked for, they tried to make it come to light. So for me, like right now, I'm just trying to give back to them. You know what I'm saying? Try to help them get out of the house where I want them to move out from where where we grew up at, and then honestly maybe try to get a crib or something in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that, and we'll figure it out from there. But right now, I'm just high off life.
Right.
I'm just good, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to work hard. Now I feel like I'm good, so I can just work hard and get way better on my game. You know what I'm saying? I'm focused. I'm like not locked in on the contract, nothing. I just work on my game and try to go get a W now.
P, what's it like seeing these young guys with the size of the contracts? Obviously, they're a little bit different than when you were his age. I want to know what it's like for you to see just the growth of the NBA and the contracts, but also when you got your first big deal, was there something that you went out and splurged on, or did you do anything special when you got that first deal?
Yeah, to answer the first part, like I love it. I love that y'all getting money. Like,
got your first big deal. Was there something that you went out and splurged on, or did you do anything special when you got that first deal?
Yeah, to answer the first part, like I love it. I love that y'all getting money. Like that's just a credit to where the league is going. Yeah. That's a credit to the viewership that y'all are creating. Like it's basically the league looking at, or the world looking at the league of like the product that's being put out there. Like we want a part of that. We want a part of that. And that's a credit, obviously the people before us had a lot to do with it. The people that are doing it now, you think of LeBron's, KD, Steph, and then the future, yourself, Luka, Shea, like y'all, Edwards, like y'all are taking it even further. And so that's more so just networks like, man, I want to be attached to that. So it's a collection of everything. And I'm a fan of the money going up and y'all getting y'all bread. For me, my first purchase, I think I got a Ferrari. Like,
I think
that's what the streets are saying.
That's what the streets are saying for me.
He thinks he got a Ferrari.
I think I got a Ferrari.
His sister here, she could tell us. What'd he get, T? Ferrari?
Hey, you know what's funny? You know what's funny about this story? I just made my deal, right? And I was still trying to be cheap at the same time. So like,
that's me. I promise you, it is.
This how cheap I was though. My ass went on eBay.
To look
up Ferraris.
You're sick, bro.
What the
fuck? Get it. Refurbished Ferrari?
I bought my first Ferrari on eBay.
I'm so young. I didn't know they did Ferraris on eBay.
I didn't know either. I didn't know either. I was like, damn, I want one.
I thought eBay was just shooting.
Like what's the cheapest one I could get?
Say, what do you remember the cheapest one you
I bought a 430. I bought a 430 all black. I was going through. It was low mileage. The dude was actually a cool dude. But he owned a ton of cars. He had a huge car collection. He owned a ton of cars, and he was like, "I'll sell it to you." He was a fan. I'll sell it to you. So I got it for the low, and it was actually a smooth transaction because like I said, low mileage on a Ferrari. It was a 430. It was damn near brand new. I got it for the low.
Did you love it?
I loved it because. To what I told you, like what was that thing that symbolized you made it? For me, as a kid, it was a Ferrari. Right. Like I don't care if I got 100,000 in the bank. Like I got a Ferrari in the garage. I'm lit. I made it. Like you can't tell me nothing.
I got a little chicken on me.
So so for me, that's what that kind of symbolized. And then it's funny, ironic enough, like every deal that I signed, I went and got a different Ferrari. Like, so that's kind of just how.
So that means we better get another Ferrari.
It's on the way. It's on the way.
I can't wait to see it. I just can't wait to see it now.
Wait, how much was the Ferrari?
I think I ended up paying like 120 grand or something like
You
that.
actually got it from eBay?
From eBay.
And did you handle the transaction outside of eBay, or did you actually, because, you know, when you buy something on eBay, it has to kind of go through, like, their payment processing and stuff like that, or did you, like, work a deal with them once you met them and kind of handle it on the side?
I met him. I introduced him to my financial partner and let them, you know,
Love that.
do the transactional
Oh, that didn't
stuff.
matter.
That didn't matter.
you weren't
Yeah.
impressed
When
with
is
that.
the car gonna be here?
Yeah, what are you talking about? I need my Ferrari.
Yeah, I need to map out my summer when this car gonna get here.
Did you get that car too? You still got it?
No, I ended up trading it in
To get another Ferrari?
to get another Ferrari once I signed another deal.
Hilarious.
That's hard. I ain't gonna lie, that's hard.
Yeah.
I've said this
That's a
story.
good idea though. That's
Yeah.
smart. Like,
It's just little things to kind of like, you know what I mean, highlight
right.
where
Yourself.
I've came, where I've come from, like how far I've made it. It's just a small thing. So like when I drive that car, it's like it's a different feeling. It's not like, cause I'm not a person that I don't got 20 cars. I got 3 cars.
So you know what? You made me feel better about the decision I'm about to make. Cause I wasn't gonna say it on here, but shit. Okay, cool. You make me feel a little better now. You make me feel a little better now.
I feel like you gotta do little, you know what I mean, little moments like that. Like,
Right.
Just don't do it the cheap way. I got lucky.
I've said the story before, Jackie, but I remember when he got the car and I was in Indiana and we went out to dinner or something like that. And he's like, hey, yo, can you put this bag in the trunk? I'm like, yeah, bro, no problem. You know what I mean? So I go to the back. I'm like,
What's
where's
this?
the trunk at, bro? And he's like, no, bro, it's in the front. But I remember that Ferrari.
When was that?
This was in Indiana.
This was in Indy.
Like what? No, I know.
Bro,
What year is that?
What year was this? This was like 2013, 2014.
Sheesh.
You didn't have to get it like specially made to seat because you're so tall. You know, they
No,
cars are
as
so
soon as I
small.
bought it, sent it right to Cali.
And they adjusted the seat, everything.
Got the windshields hooked up, got the wheels on it, got it painted. Yeah, as soon
So
as
you
I
want to drive it like this?
got the seats pushed back. Yeah, I did all that. As soon
But
as
I
I bought
want to
it.
know what
I
you're
couldn't
getting, though.
see shit.
Me?
Yeah, you kind of, I'm not going to let you off the hook here. You know,
You see how I tried to just
I just want to know what, come on.
try to throw that in there like that?
Bro, say what you said. Like, I wasn't going to say anything. You know what I'm saying?
So he went crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't, the thing is, I didn't do it yet. I'm still like, I'm in the process of like, man, like I want to be, like all the details got to be right. Like,
Yeah.
like you said, like I don't want to do it the cheap way. Like I want to make sure if I'm gonna get it something, I'm gonna get exactly what I want. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's like I've been looking at. I wanted the years. That was my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause I live in. I mean, we play in Philly, so it's
Mhm.
like the cars, the road. I don't like cars.
Mm-hmm.
So like I've been looking at the years and I'm trying to figure out like, man, which one's the best one? What's that? So I don't want to do the cheap way. Like you said, I want to get the best thing popping. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Once I want it exactly how I want it, exactly what it looked like, every single thing. So
Mhm.
that made me feel way better.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
As
My
you
OG
should.
said, look, my OG said it's okay. Yeah, it'll be all right.
Yeah,
then.
you good, big dog. Because you know what, you got 3 or 4 more of these coming
To go
You know what I
get.
mean?
Yep, you ain't wrong.
So
You ain't wrong.
that's just how I looked at it.
You ain't wrong.
When the classic flavors of bacon, lettuce, and
I knew
tomato meet the classic goodness of Hardee's Frisco lineup, you get instant summer favorites. Introducing Hardee's Frisco BLT Angus Burger and Frisco BLT hand-breaded chicken sandwich.
I did not mean to shoot that, bro.
P had mentioned you having to wait a bit to help facilitate some things this off season, and now that both of y'all are teammates, which is amazing, and I love this. Walk me through your emotions when you found out that PG was coming to Philly.
You see the things like throughout the year on social media or whatever, but you can't never believe that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like once the year ended and all that stuff happened, and it's like, yeah, I got a call from Big Fella. Like, man, he went down the free agent list, and he's like, that's what he wanted to do. That's what he wanted to do. And I'm like, listen, man, hey, I'm gonna ride with you till the wheels fall off. And I think it's a great idea. Like I was watching one podcast
What?
like that you talked about the other day. It's like the fit is crazy if you think about it. Like we got if not the best player in the world, the best big man in the world, Big Fella Joel, and then myself, a guard, and then a wing. That's like
That's
you can't ask for nothing better than that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Then in the place where we at, and then the city where we at, it's just like it seemed like the times of our careers, like all the right timing. So it's like, I'm happy, man. I'm happy, and I'm ready to see what's going to look like. Of course, we got to go out there and put the work in, and still got to click, do the chemistry and all those different things, and fill out, the rest of the roster. But when you look at it, it looks great.
Were you involved in the free agency pitches at all?
Not much, but a little bit. I'm still young. I'm still a small fish. So it's like I just kind of just go with what they asked me to do. You know what I'm saying? What Joel asked, and that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? I was happy with it. When they said it to me, when they said the idea, I was like, hey, it would be a good idea. So I'm happy that it worked out.
It's fun work.
Tyrese, I'm super excited for P just to have the opportunity to go to Philly and play in front of those fans. And just as a fan, you look at those Sixers fan base, and they're known, to keep the players accountable.
Mm-hmm.
And so you've been in Philly for 4 years now. What advice would you give to P on playing in Philly with that type of fan base?
I say this, like, for me, like, I connect with the Philly fans because of, like, how I grew up. Like, I never was given anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't ranked high growing up. I had to go out and work for everything I got. So Philly fans, like, the people, the residents there, they just feel very, like, passionate about their teams. It's like they work extremely hard. The people that you see in the stands, those people, I'm not gonna say they working people. They work for those tickets. So when they come to the games, they just want to make sure it's like, hey, we giving it our all. You know
Damn, bro.
So I think P's a guy who he goes out there and he performs on both ends. So they're gonna appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? He comes up every single night that he's playing. He's going out there, to perform at the highest level and win. And all he talked about is winning. You know what I'm saying? Winning and going out there and playing the right way. And because of that, it's gonna be easy, man. The sky's gonna be the limit. They're gonna love him. It's just the funny thing is I can't wait for him to see, like, just walking around Philly or being around Philly and, like, Philly fans giving advice and yelling and screaming, like, they big time fans, like, they really believe, like, they know basketball, they know hoop. So it's amazing, man. They show up though. They there every game.
Yeah.
They sold out. It ain't you. No matter who be playing Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday. Like, it don't matter. They there. They gonna be there.
So when you in the city, they coming up to you like, yo, you gotta do this more.
Every single time. They get something new every single time. Like,
Yeah.
I tell my uncle and my brother, like, it's just funny. Like, I walk in somewhere and they just say, Maxie. First of all, they come up to you like they know you.
Yeah.
So like it's like, hey, what up, Max? I'm like, what up, baby? Y'all good? And they just give me their advice, man. Like, hey, you gotta start shooting your midi more. You gotta start doing this more. You gotta start being, more aggressive. It's nothing but love. I appreciate them, man. But I'm telling you, they're gonna show love. That's one thing that they're gonna really do. Like, they're gonna rally behind us, I think, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Tyrese, I want to rewind it a little bit back to when you became a starter for the 76ers. And, obviously you were working hard, but I think in the NBA it's a lot about opportunity. And there was a little bit of controversy with Ben Simmons. Just walk us through kind of how you found out that you were going to be a starter.
Right. I mean, like you said, that opportunity is the biggest thing. And I think the second biggest thing is, being ready for opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, my rookie year, like, I got drafted into a team that was trying to win a championship. And, myself, I work extremely hard, like you said, so I feel like I deserve to be on the court. But I had to go out there and earn that, what I'm saying? So training camp, I remember I started at the bottom of the, lowest of the low. I didn't have a jersey on. I had a penny on.
Yeah.
So, like, that put a chip on my shoulder day one. So I went out there and performed, like, the first 2-3 days of training camp. And that was like, Sam threw me out there the next time with, second group. Then he threw me out there with the starters for a little bit. So that was great. So, but, going all the way to the, the opportunity thing, it was like we did like a little point guard, like a battle, like me, Shake Milton, and, unfortunately, like, Shake got hurt, so I ended up having to start. You know what I'm saying? And my thing was like, listen, if I get a chance to start, I get a chance to, like, kind of take over this role, I'm not looking back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like I'm good enough. I feel like I'll, work extremely hard to be here, and I deserve to be here. And that's how it came to fruition. And now we're here. And it is what it is. Like, I love the opportunity. And my only advice to, younger people, I'm young, but younger people is like, be ready for the opportunity. What you working for every single day. I know you're working and it feel like you're not working for anything, but when that opportunity presents itself, you gotta be ready for it. You can't go out there and stink it up. Mm-hmm. You gotta go out there and elevate your game. So that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. I talked about it a little bit earlier,
and that applies
but
to
after you signed
anything.
the extension, Sixers,
Anything.
they showed the maximum support, right? They did the Maxi museum, and it was dope. The love that they poured around you to kind of show how much they appreciate you and your value and your worth. being a Philadelphia 76ers. For you, going through that and seeing that appreciation, talk to us a little bit about like how that feel when you got an organization that's just backing you and they believe in you and you the future.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised. Like I didn't know what I was going up there for in the middle of that June,
Yeah.
Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why am I going? Like what? Like nobody's telling me anything.
Yeah.
And then my whole family was there. My entire family was there.
Yes, Anthony Davis
I got
is a
like
guard.
a group of
He's a
friends that I
guard.
grew up with when I was
Come on
young. Like 4 or 5 friends that went to high school with me. They were there. So I'm like, man. And then my only friend that's in the Army, he's in the Army, so he did a video. So it's like everybody was there, and for me, man, it just meant the world to me, honestly, because like, dude, like I said, I put in so much work, man. I work so hard, like every single day, still to this day. But like you know how it is, man. You want this so bad, not just for. It's not even about the contract. It's not about the money. It's about like, man, I work so hard to be great. I work so hard to like get the recognition that I feel like I deserve, and they believed in me. They said it. Like I mean, Coach Nurse came in last year, and he said from day one, he's like, listen. I'm gonna put the ball in your hands. Joel is Joel, but I need you to go out there and be aggressive. I need you to be yourself. And we believe in you. Daryl said he believed in me, and I really do appreciate him for that, man.
Yeah.
I go out there every single night, every single time it's time for me to put that jersey on, and I'm gonna have their back just like they had mine. They took a chance on me at 21, and I'll never forget it.
Yeah. One of the dopest moments, I think, of going to a new situation and a new team is like the interaction when you somewhere else and people like, oh, kill it in Philly. Like,
Right.
like, oh shit, you from Philly? I didn't even know you was from Philly.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's dope that like you get that reaction and from different fans and all of this stuff. And I ain't been a Sixer long, but it's been so many times I've been out and people ask like, I saw that they, Maxey had the black Philly jersey on. Like, we bringing that back?
Oh, they for real about that.
Can you give us any confirmation? Is that
can't
official?
give nothing. Listen. I don't know the exact timeline of it.
Yeah.
I think there is a high possibility that it'll be back.
Okay.
I can't give the exact timeline. That's like FBI information. But
All right.
I mean, but I do know that's
Classified.
Yeah, if they did that, it's a very high chance of it coming back. You know what I'm saying? And Dr. J says so as well. So.
Did you get to take that jersey back? Like they gave you that black jersey to keep, or that's just part of the museum, the Maxey Museum?
No, I think I'm keeping that one. I ain't gonna lie. Whether they coming back or not, that jersey had to come on with me. But no, it was hard though. I mean, like that jersey is iconic, man.
Yeah,
Philly
for
fans,
real.
they like. I'm telling you, if we ever show up in that jersey, it's gonna be crazy. But
And the blue one crazy too, like
both of
that.
them. The whole retro series of it,
Yeah.
man, the court and everything. So we should see. I think they'll be back though, y'all. I think they'll be back.
I like how your big dog showed you some support, Joel, at the ceremony. And I gotta ask this. It's just you gotta ask, man. With somebody as talented as Joel Embiid, man, how is it playing with that guy?
How?
One of the first conversations I had with P, I was telling him like, he was asking about that. I'm like, bro, it's like for me, like a guy that kind of create his own shot and do things off the dribble and you don't have to do those things. And Joel's on the court, like you're so open sometimes, like it feels like wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like P, like he shoot 41% from three. You know what I'm saying? So like when he play with big fella and they have to trap, when they have to triple team him, it's gonna be times next year like he's gonna be so like he gonna catch the ball. I'm telling him, like at the beginning, like training camp, so he gonna catch the ball and be like, bro, why am I so open? Like it's not right for him. Like you know what I'm saying? We talking about Paul George, dude, a guy that been a superstar in the league for a long time. It's like the rotation and stuff. He's just so open. Like he's so dominant. Like he has to see another body or he's going to get 70. He's going to get, you know what I'm saying? He's going to score almost every possession.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Joel has really grown as a player and as a leader since I've been there, because like now like he's so much more vocal as far as like he's so much more involved in the team. Like he knows guys and like I feel like that's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? When your best player, when your franchise player is connected, he's going out there, he's showing love to his teammates, he's motivating his teammates. Now Joel motivates his teammates in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He tells me I suck when I'm not, when I'm not playing games, bro. You suck right now. I need you to pick it up. But that's good. Like I need that. You know what I'm saying? We need that, and it's great. No, he's gonna love it, man. It's gonna be crazy.
But you playing with him, of course.
It's on
for a
LeBron
while.
James.
What would you say is your favorite performance by Embiid?
My favorite performance? He's had some special ones since I've been there, man. I mean, he had 70 last year in like 34 minutes. It was just
That's
like
crazy.
it's just like unbelievable. It was one game we played Utah, I think this was my third year, and he had like 60 points, like 18 rebounds, 7 blocks, 9 assists, game winner. It was like, and it wasn't like, it was like in the flow of the game. It wasn't like, oh, we just throwing the Joel and standing. It was just like, I come off pick and roll, pocket pass, bucket. You know what I'm saying? Late clock, give it to him, bucket. Like, he was just so dominant, man. And then defensively, I just remember I think it was my third year, like before he got hurt in the playoffs. He's like, man, this year in the playoffs, I'm gonna average like 3 blocks. I'm like, well, you know, like 3 blocks, that's a lot of blocks. You know what I mean? Like, averaging 3 blocks in the playoffs.
Right.
And like at the end of the playoffs, like we looked up, man was averaging 3 blocks. Like, he does stuff like that. He'll say stuff like my second year, he'll say stuff like, I'm gonna be Dirk today. He'll go out and dominate the game, like just shooting all fadeaways. Or if I'm be Shaq today, he'll go out and dominate the game in the post. And like, I remember one time, I was telling this quick story. I remember one time I asked him, I said, bro, who you gonna be today? Like before the game, who you gonna be today? He's like,
bitch, I'm LeBron James.
That's when he had the 59, and I'm like, this man's unbelievable. Like, he's that good. But he's not just raw talent. He really works on his game, man. Like, a lot of people don't see that, but like, he work on his game. He work on his body. He work on staying healthy. So, you know, shout out to Joel.
That's a crazy range though. Like,
Dirk and
I
Shaq.
could be Dirk and Shaq.
Like,
yeah.
And then now he dribbling, so it's like,
like that's like a singer. Like I could be a soprano and a fucking.
It's unbelievable, bro.
Yeah, like I can.
Like Michael Jackson and Lil Baby.
Barry White your ass too. Like.
It's wild, bro.
So we talked a little bit about this, about you know, your growth, right? When Joel went down and you had to take on a bigger role, you averaged 26, 5, 3 during that stretch of missing Big Fella. But you talked about it was a maturation process. Talk to us a little bit about what you had to learn the most going through that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
You better get your hand down or your man's down.
In the past, like my first 3 years, like when Joe didn't play or James didn't play, you know, you be ready because like, man, I'm about to get off.
Right.
And teams don't like scout for it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a random Wednesday, and Joe ain't playing, James ain't playing. You know, teams come in like, oh man, it's a cakewalk, and I go out there and I have like 30, and we'll win. You know what I'm saying? But now, like I've been playing a lot, and I've been, you know, scoring those type of numbers, and with Joel. Now, without Joel, you know how it is. It's all, like, focuses on you, like, heavy now. It's like I saw so many different defenses. Like, I remember one time I came out and Utah was in, like, boxing 1 from, like, the jump. Like, bro, I didn't even see boxing 1 in high school.
Right.
So I'm like, bro, like, what is going, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I had to learn, like, I got to get my teammates involved. I got to know how to, like, manipulate the game a little bit. Okay, I'm driving to pass right here. I'm driving to get certain people going. And then, like, once it comes to, like, the fourth quarter and I know I kind of create my own shot and, like, get jiggy with it, then I would do that. But it took some time. I had to talk to a lot of people. Like, I was able to kind of, like, reach out to guys. Like, I talked to Donovan Mitchell a little bit. You know, I was able to, like, I know we played the Mavs, and I got to talk to Kyrie a little bit. And they just gave me a lot of pointers because at the time, I'm just going, like, you got to really think the game. You know what I'm saying? But I was just hooping. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really thinking the game. Like, I watched the film and all that, but I wasn't thinking the game, manipulating the game. Now, as, like, a point guard, it's so much easier for me. Like, I had the opportunity to, like, grow and make mistakes. So now, like, when I came to the playoffs, I was saying it was big for me. I knew, like, okay, I'm driving right here. They're going to help. I'm hitting the tag, man. Like, I knew I'm hitting the pocket pass. I knew when to score. And, like, I was able to make reads and not turn the ball over come playoff time. So that was a big stretch for me. Like, I think it was extremely huge for my development. And I'm thankful for it.
Everyone's got a thirst, a drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. And for me,
I do too, but I don't want to listen to why you have it. You know what I'm saying? Hope you can understand that, PJ.
The best thing about Chime is being paid up to 2 days early.
Install the Chime app today.
In his first...
It's free! It's fun! It's fun! Check it out! Let me know what you think.
So Tyrese, this season you became an NBA All-Star for the first time, and I know P has talked about it, just how much of a surreal moment it was for him in his first All-Star game to be in that locker room with the best of the best guys you grew up watching. What was one moment that you had during your time at All-Star Weekend that stood out to you the most?
I got 2 moments off the top of my head. I think one is just like walking into the locker room, seeing all these guys that you compete against. It's extremely, like, it's different. It's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm not used to being, you know what I'm saying, talking to these guys. Like, I remember my locker was right next to Jalen Brunson's. And it's like, for the first, like 20 minutes, I ain't said one word to bro. Like, I'm like, man, it's competitor. I ain't talking to him.
Right.
And then he kind of broke the ice and, we chopped up a little bit. But then that's like, now I feel like that would be like a lifelong friendship, which is kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? We still, as soon as the ball gets thrown up, we play the Knicks, it's all out war. You know what I'm saying? But, like, off the court, you know what I'm saying? I respect them. I feel like we respect each other, so that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second thing I would say is, like, I had, like, a moment in the All-Star game with him. Like, he scored, like, he broke me down and scored him, and I was like, my mama, I'm a competitor, so I'm like, I got to score him back. And then, like, but it was just, like, a quick moment, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, bro, I'm really, like, in the game with PG, Bron,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, those guys. And it's like, it was a surreal feeling, man. Like, for me, like, I worked so hard, so it's like, when you finally, like, cross that threshold, it's like a relief on yourself, you know what I mean? And I was able to kind of just, like, go out there for the rest of the year and just hoop. Just hoop. Like, I felt like, that just boosted my confidence even more. I'm already a highly confident guy. Like, I just, I always feel like I'm, good. I can go out there and compete with whoever. Yeah. But that just kind of just boosted it. I'm thankful for it.
Did you get some jerseys and shoes signed that day?
I got my shoes. Everybody saw my shoes. So, like, the shoes that I had, everybody signed. Yeah. No, okay. Just my teammates.
Okay.
Just my East teammates. But I was kind of nervous. Like, I ain't want to just ever ask. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, can you sign my... I ain't want to be that guy, but I had to, like, take that moment in. You know what I mean? Like, it was surreal, bro. Like, Dame was in there. Like, I watched Dame so much growing up because he's, a smaller guard.
Right.
And I'm like, bro, like, I'm competing against this guy in the league, but, like, now I'm on the same team as bro. And, like, this is unreal. And I have an East jersey, like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
P, I got one more follow-up because I asked him to give you some advice. I'd like for you to give him some advice just because we talked about getting the opportunity in the league, and as we know, not only is there a ton of talent coming in the NBA every year, but things can change in a blink of an eye, and I don't think people appreciate how long you've been able to maintain, being the best of the best in the NBA for such a long time. And so here, he just signed his first big deal. He's a starter, first-time All-Star. What advice would you give him on being able to maintain that for such a long time and having that longevity in the league?
I mean, what you see is, like, every player, the good ones, right? The ones that have the longevity, they understand of how to recreate or reinvent themselves every
on the fly.
year, every 2 years. Like, that's how much the game means to them, right? So, like, even now in this point in my career, year 14, going into year 15, I'm changing my diet. Like, I need to now try to see how I can be elite to keep up with, 22-year-olds, 23-year-olds. So I'm changing my diet. Like, let me try to have this competitive advantage now. So I think, like, that's how I always approached every summer. Like, what can I do to be better?
Right.
How can I'll look at the season and I'll go through the year. And as the year goes on, I already got a markup of the shit that I'm not efficient in. Like, all right, I already know what I'm working on going into the summer. So when the summer comes, that's the first shit I address. Like, I need to get better at this. I need to get better at that. And over time, you just continue to just add on to your game. You know what I mean? And so I think it's just, not just being complacent I think a lot of dudes, like, yeah, I'm pretty good at doing this, and like, this is my niche and I'm gonna stick with it. Like, nah, it's somebody that has your niche that's 5 years younger than you. You know what I mean?
Right and try to take that.
And and they coming for you. And so that's just kind of been my approach. Like, how can I always get better? How can I stay sharp? How can I find a way to be competitive even more or have a different competitive edge? And it's just, so I would say more so it's just the approach and the mindset.
So diet-wise, what's the plan? You got
no sugars, no carbs. I try to cut carbs, cut sugar, keto, a lot more salads.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't want nothing that's gonna like slow me down, make me bloated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No inflammation, like all of that shit. Like, I don't do candy no more. I don't.
You know the funny thing? He told us the day he told us about this. He goes and gets some bubble gum.
We were like, nope.
And we was like, there's sugar in there. He said he was chewing it.
And this was like day 3.
This was like day 2. Yeah.
He was like, I ain't none of this. I ain't doing none of this. And he goes get some gum and started chewing. We like, there's sugar in there. He's like, oh, come on.
I can't have that.
It was new. It was new. I ain't know what I could do and can't do yet.
That's hard. I mean, shoot.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. Since I've done that, like, I feel
better?
great. I feel great.
I've always heard that though.
Yeah. I wish I would have did. Like, it's hard to pitch that to me when I'm 22, 23, because I could eat anything
and still be
be like that, like him.
Right. Are you doing it with you? Or are you just doing it by yourself?
I'm doing it by myself.
Yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing it by. I've been doing a ton of reading and researching on what it could do to your body, and
that's hard. It's little stuff like that, like you said, that the reason I keep telling people, like, I feel like our game is in a special place right now. Like, we have guys like you, we have guys like Brian, Katie, Steph, who've done it for, 10, 20, 15 years. Like Brian, 20-something years. And then we have guys like Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton. It's like a big mix, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's really cool right now to see, like, the transition.
I know why they suck so bad.
Y'all
they
holding
can't
it down,
score,
like, for real, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like, y'all showing the way, y'all paving the way. But, like, guys like, and then, ourselves coming up, because, like, now we see how it's supposed to look, you know what I'm saying? Then at the end of the day, y'all still doing things like this, giving back. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you motivating everybody every single day on the podcast, and not just that, you being able to sit there and talk to people, talk to myself, it's really helped. And I think the game's in a good place.
Yeah. Speaking of the just getting better and improving, you obviously showed that by winning Most Improved this past season. 4 years into the league, Most Improved award from year 3 to year 4. What was the biggest jump? Let me go further than that. After year 3, what was that summer like going into year 4 of what I need to work on that ultimately got you the most improved?
Efficiency.
I think for me, the biggest thing that I kind of leaned on was like, look, I got 3 years under my belt. I know like how I played. I know how defense guarded me in the playoffs. I know those things. So it's like I was able to communicate with. I worked out with Drew a little bit. I worked out with Chris Johnson. I worked out with Tim when I'm back in Dallas. But I knew what I wanted to get better at. You know what I'm saying? Like my first couple years in the league, I'm just working. You know what I'm saying? I'm just working. I'm doing whatever the trainer tell me to do. But that particular summer, and now I feel like I'll do this for the rest of my career. I knew what I was going. Like you said, I kind of had some notes already written down. I got to get better at X, Y, Z. So as soon as I hit the ground running, listen, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to get better at. This is how I want to get stronger. And I knew, you know what I'm saying, and I knew those things. So because I knew those different things, when I came back to training camp, and I came back to like just hooping and stuff like that, I had already been working on them. It's like I was confident in doing it. Cause my biggest thing was like, look, if it depends on what I'm doing, James, I gotta be able to make plays now.
I was late. I felt that. I was.
Do different things for myself. I gotta be able to break people down to dribble, create for others. I'm thinking for more, like my team, more, not just myself. I gotta know how to play pick and roll with Joel, because that's a different aspect of the game. You know what I'm saying? Joel's not a live threat rolling big. He's a popper. He's a short roller. He does different things like that. I gotta know how to play handoff game with Joel. I gotta know how to play, get like guys like Tobias up. I gotta know how to get, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that was my biggest thing. I feel like my mind grew. And when my mind grew, my game grew. Because at that point, I was able to all right, now I got to manipulate defense. I know how, when to score, when not to score, when to do different things like that. And then I knew how to get stronger. I knew what aspects I needed to get stronger at. So I think that was my biggest thing from 3 to 4 other than the years before. Because years before, I was working hard. I'm in there at 6 a.m., shooting and doing all the dribble moves. But, I knew what I was working. I felt like I was working smarter.
Right. So it was more of a methodical approach.
Yeah.
You knew exactly what you needed to get better at.
I knew exactly what I was going in there for. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I knew, hey, I need to bring extra bodies because I want to work on reads. You know what I'm saying? I was blessed to be able to do that.
I like what I'm hearing from you. You do a lot of hard work, and with your new accolade of the Most Improved, I see that you are now for sure one of the best shot makers in the league. You've been shooting 45% from the field, 37% from the three, and I seen a little video. You working on your mid-range game, and I need to know how important being in the league, of course, is it to have a mid-range game and why?
It's extremely important, man, especially for a guy like P, a guy like myself, because when it comes down to it in the playoffs, he shoots so well from 3. Well, that's going to be one thing that defense is going to try to take away. I feel like that's one of my best attributes. I shoot the 3 ball well, off the dribble and off the catch. So the Knicks. And then even the year before that, when we played the Celtics, they're like, listen, whatever we do, Tyrese cannot get a 3 off. You know what I'm saying? We run them off the line. it doesn't matter what we do. He can't get a 3 off. He can't get a layup. So everything has to be mid-range. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's floaters, whether it's pull-ups. Last summer I didn't work on it as much because I was really trying to get breaking people down off the dribble and then getting to the lane and passing, which I'm still working on that now. But like I know now, like in the playoffs, the mid-range is so huge. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna need those shots, especially like late clock and different songs like that. So that's gonna be a big improvement that I've been trying to work on, and I think it'll work out for us in the long run.
Yeah. No, it's to your point. The mid range is, and I know the analytics
Right.
say otherwise, right? It's a 3 and free throw layup lead,
Right.
but none of that shit matters come playoff time.
Yeah.
Right? Points matter.
Points, buckets.
Buckets. That's it. Buckets. Who can score the most
Yes.
at this point? A friend of the show, obviously Halliburton. Tyrese said, you and De'Aaron are the 2 fastest players that he's played against. Obviously, you can't teach speed, and you being one of the fastest in the league. Walk us through that, because we all, especially,
He looks slow.
He looks slow.
I'm sorry.
You know what he?
I just gave you a great.
This is a great time. He said he can run a. What you say he can run?
What do you think he can run?
4.8.
Probably like a.
This
This
is
is my man, so I'm
Oh
gonna
my
say
God.
4'9".
That's giving him a lot of credit.
I take that.
That's giving him a
I
lot
like
of
you.
credit.
You my
I
man,
like
you know what I'm saying?
And I got sciatica. So, this ain't nothing. I got sciatica.
This
And they
is
just
cool,
hate
so I'm gonna give you 4'9". Well,
it.
why is it?
I
What
will
is it?
smoke his ass.
You think so?
Beyond.
100%?
When you want to race today?
I will put any
Do you
amount
wanna
of
race
money
today
up
and they
that I
record
can
it?
beat you in a.
We may
I'd
drop
love
it.
to.
We may drop it on the podcast.
We doing it
story.
today. Y'all record this in the hot ass sun
I was
too.
about to say, I don't think it's a good idea to do it today.
I think you and YT
Not
need to
today.
great.
Yeah, y'all gonna cramp
That's what
up,
I'm saying.
dehydrate,
Yeah.
pass out.
shape. You gotta worry about that. Let's see what I'm gonna shape.
Shape and speed ain't got nothing to do.
Listen, we gonna see. This
All right.
42.
How?
Come on.
Let's pivot back towards you utilizing your speed.
Right.
First of all, like where does the speed come from? Who in the family got the wheels?
So my mom ran track. She played
There you
volleyball
go.
and she played basketball.
That's the wheels.
Yeah, she
There
did
go
all
the
that.
wheels.
And then my dad, he was a Division I basketball player.
Yeah.
They don't like when I say it. My parents are small, like 5'7", 5'6", 5'7", 5'8". They're that height.
Milkman.
So I was
Milkman
blessed.
situation right here.
I was blessed. I was really blessed. You know what I'm saying? I'll take my 6'2.5". But for me, like I've always been like faster, so it's like I just was running.
Yeah.
Like even like my rookie year, I had no brakes. I'm all gas, no brakes. I'm just
Yeah.
running, and like I remember Sam Cassell told me like, man, what would you do if you wasn't fast? Like, cause
I
I'm
hear him
slow.
saying that.
I'm like, what would you do if you wasn't fast?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm always fast. So what do you mean?
Yeah.
He's like, think about it like this, man. Like, if you go slow to fast, you always got the defense on their heels because you can go right past them.
Mhm.
But if you slow all the way down, they gotta slow all the way down, and then you can go by them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like my biggest thing was like manipulating the speed, being able to change speeds. That's another thing that I worked on like heavy last year. Shout out to Chris, shout out to Drew. But Drew was big on me like just slowing down and using my handle to manipulate. Okay, can I shoot? Can I drive? Can I go by? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that was
So
the biggest
pace.
thing for me. Yeah,
Pace. That was the biggest adjustment you think you made year 3 to year 4.
that was one of the biggest adjustments for sure. Like I was able to I kind of be more at peace with my game. Oh, I can slow down. Now I can break them down and I can go by, or I can, you know what I'm saying? I can do different things, and being able to do that kind of helped me a lot. But open court, yeah, it was.
Did he get you, P? When you at the Garden?
Come on, man. We not
Bitch,
gonna
I'm
do that.
LeBron
Don't-
James.
I just got to you.
We gang now. We gang now.
Listen, I'm a realist. So I was watching the highlights they posted, when he signed. I'm like, listen here, I thought he was on my team. Why they posted so many highlights of him scoring on me? Like, it was 2 highlights of him scoring on me. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, yeah, I said,
I didn't even know
I'm
that.
gonna text the people like, hey, what are we doing? We're the same team.
That is hilarious.
Like, I got switched on him one time, and he was breaking me down. He went
Slow
up.
motion.
Yeah, he went up, and I thought about the blocking, and he did some type of thing with the ball, and they posted. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I'll break that ice. I was not very happy about that.
That is
But it's cool. It's whatever.
Oh my
God. I'm happy he's here, so it's all good.
Yeah, we're gonna say so. I ain't had nothing to do with that.
Sick.
You know,
what I'm saying? It's all
disclaimer.
good.
I ain't had nothing to do with that.
Like, put the edit out of me.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
kidding.
You let young fella know. Just throw that one play that I had in there on. We just watched the Celtics win the championship, and the East is definitely shaping up to be interesting. The Knicks got a lot better. But Tyrese and P, I want to know what excites you guys the most about the Atlantic Division next season.
I mean, I think for me is being back out east, right? Being out west for the past 7 years of my career, to come back east, I think that alone excites me. And then just the comp, you know what I mean? Just the comp. Obviously, Boston is the team to beat. New York is iconic place to play. I missed playing there on twice within the season. And so that alone is enough to just get you excited about what's to come, being out east now. So, I'm just looking forward to those battles. The East is I already know how the West was, right? The West was getting crazy. There's so much parity out West. Now the East is going to be a different battle. It's a different gameplay, I feel like, out East than it is out West.
Sure.
So then just trying to establish our dominance, amongst two other dominant teams within the division, let alone the conference. So, I'm just looking forward to that.
Yeah, piggyback on what he said, man. It's like, that's all I know. I'm going on year 5, so that's all I know, Boston and the Knicks 4 times a year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I was telling somebody we played Boston in, not this year's playoffs, but last year's playoffs, and we went 7 games, but we played them in the preseason too. So I'm like, bro, we played this team 13 times this year?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's like real life war. Like, it's like, what I'm saying? The thing in the East is that I'll say maybe a little bit different than in the West is like these historical battles. They go so far back, and it means so much to fans. Like when we even just this year playing the Knicks, it was the first time we played them in I don't know how many years, 30 years, something like that in the playoffs. So it's like playing them in the playoffs, it was unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? So I think the competition is gonna be great. That's 3 teams has one goal in mind. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Every single day. When you have 3 teams in one division with one goal, it's gonna cause some tension for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all you can ask for as a competitor. You know what I'm saying? You playing against the best of the best 4 times a year. That'll get you prepared for the playoffs.
Yeah, Tyrese, what do you think about the other additions? Obviously, you guys got PG, but there's a few other notable names: Caleb Martin, Drummond, and a few others. Who else are you looking forward to, becoming teammates and having the opportunity to play with?
Honestly,
you're looking forward to, becoming teammates and having.
What? Why do they keep doing that?
Honestly, I got to play with Drummond a little bit. My second year in the league before he was traded to the Nets to Brooklyn. But Martin.
See what Act talking about.
The driver who survives, who.
Oh, he got off.
Coming in is interesting for me because he did a lot of different things, like annoying things for Miami that was really good. He guards the best player.
Mm-hmm.
He's able to score the ball when he needs to score the ball. He can shoot the ball. You know what I'm saying? Then he's driving the ball, making plays.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing all those different things. He's really, really, really good, utility guy. Something that I think we haven't had, and you can play along alongside a guy like Kelly, who's doing those different things and can give you 20 sometimes when we need it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very excited, man. I just feel like we have the right coach too, that can he's gonna put different combinations in there. He's not afraid to try different things. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see. I know it for a fact now. You're gonna see a lot of different things. I'll tell you that. That's one thing about Coach Nurse. He's open-minded, man. He tries things,
mm-hmm.
and it's really cool. You know what I'm saying? He gonna tell us at the beginning of the year, listen, I'm gonna try some things. Some things gonna work, some things aren't gonna work,
mm-hmm.
but we're gonna have a lot in our playoff toolbox that we can throw at people. So I think we have the right coach for that, and it should be fun.
Yeah. That's I'm looking forward to squadding up with everybody. Obviously, I've won gold medal with Kyle, so reaching out to him, I was super excited to now do this on the NBA scale. Obviously, Kelly, we've had our moments, but I'm looking forward to squadding up with Kelly. You know what I mean? I look at Kelly as somebody that I can help. Caleb Martin, looking forward to teaming up with Caleb. I think you're gonna love playing with EG. Eric Gordon.
Yeah, EG, yeah.
Hell of an addition. I think that we grab. Even a young fella, Jared McCain.
Yep.
For sure.
I think he's NBA ready to help. So I think it's just gonna be a fun ass opportunity. It's gonna be a hell of an opportunity. And you know, I think we got a real shot.
Real shot. You know, I think, like you said, it's a lot of people that's it's a right group to have together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got a guy like Caleb who's won one. You know what I'm saying? And then we got a lot of hungry guys who want to win one, want to do something together and be successful together.
God
And like
damn
I
it,
said,
stop
like you
fucking
said,
jumping on a fucking
it's
ball,
the right
bitch.
time of like people's careers to go out here and try to do something special. And we're in a special place. You know what I'm saying? We're in Philadelphia, a place that's hungry, a fan base, like I said, is going to rally behind us, hold us accountable, which is going to be good for us. And I think it'll be fun.
Yeah. Even shout out KJ. Shout out KJ Martin.
Oh yeah, he just signed. Yeah.
Got him a little something.
Yeah,
Congrats, Jack.
some young legs back. Yeah, love that.
Well, before we end this show, man, when we get to the young
don't
talent
get
like
your ass out the
yourself,
way.
you know, like you said, it's been 5 years. We don't like y'all to leave
4
this. You said it's 5th year.
I'm going off. This is about to be year 5.
It's about to be your
Same thing. Yeah, don't worry about that.
Don't put years on me though.
Yeah, I'm
He ain't hit 5 yet.
But with you being the youngest, man, I want to ask you, going to be able to do this literally so many times because the man is on your team. But since you're on the show, is there anything that you want to ask this man over here?
Ooh.
Anything you want to ask?
All right, I'm okay. I'm gonna ask him this one because I want to say 13 years old. I was
Oh, no.
Damn. How old are you right now?
23.
Damn. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting old. I know.
This was peak P right here too. This was crazy.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So look, I got this. This one I want to ask. What was your reaction to being the cover of 2K Next Gen? Because for me, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Like,
I like this question.
I want the game. I'm like, man, we gotta go get the game, bro. PG on that, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, PG
Yeah.
on the next. Like, it was when the trailer came out, it was Next Gen. It was hard. So it's
Yeah.
like, what was your reaction to that? Because that was big time. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a whole new generation. The graphics looked crazy. I want to know that.
Yeah, no, that was dog, that was because me being a fan, and you probably don't know 2K dated way back to 2000.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
When AI was on the cover. So you probably ain't know nothing about Dreamcast. You ain't never heard of Dreamcast.
No,
huh?
I ain't never heard of Dreamcast.
Yeah, had to shoot free
I know
demo.
about- I knew about AI.
Can we pull up the Dreamcast? So AI was on the cover. When 2K first came out, AI was the cover man for 2K on Dreamcast.
Right.
So I was a kid growing up playing that. So I used to love 2K way back then. And to now, you know, put it in full circle moment of having an opportunity to be on the cover now, bro, you couldn't, like,
That's like second.
that was it.
Yeah, that's like second to none,
Yeah,
bro.
second to none, bro. Like, I'm on a cover, like, people loading the game up and they see me.
Bro, I just remember like the trailer dropping. And I'm like, this is hard. I ain't gonna lie, this is hard. Like, I was so ready to go get the game. Like, Mom,
Yeah.
man, PG on the cover.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, what are you talking about? I'm like,
Yeah.
man, Dad, you gotta tell her. PG on the cover. We gotta go get the game.
And you know what's funny behind it? So when I first started on 2K, right, I was trash. I was like 60.
Like playing. Oh, you
Like
talking about
my
you?
player.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
60
His
something
rating.
overall. My rating was garbage, right? But the homies, they had no problem with me picking Pacers.
Yeah, facts.
Because the nigga sucks.
Yeah.
Then I start getting nice, and my
You can't play with him no more.
so then they start to put in a rule that you got a random. So
That's
I
wrong.
can't pick myself no more. I got a random. So then my counter was when I got on the cover, y'all motherfuckers can't tell me nothing.
can't tell me
I'm
nothing.
I'm picking myself. Like,
Listen,
I'm on the
listen.
cover of this motherfucker.
I got a similar story that, like for me, I missed, like, I was playing, like, I was like, man, my junior year in high school, no, like my senior in high school, I'm like, man, I'm not playing the game no more, so I'm on the game.
Yeah.
So I finally get on the game. Like you said, I'm garbage. I missed like 2-3 laps. Like, man, I'm not playing this no more. So then the homies, they play 2K all the time. Like my best friend, they play 2K every day. And like gradually, I start getting better and better and better at 2K. So I come back. I remember this summer, I'm like, man, I'm trying to play 2K. Come on, let's go. He's like, who you playing with? I said, what? Only one person get involved in this team.
Right,
Joel, you
right.
come to that screen, that big. I was like, man, you be cheating now. You running past
Right,
everybody,
right.
dunking. I said, man, I'm not trying to hear none of that, man. I'm about to get 50 and I'm winning.
Right.
I ain't, man. What? That's a dream come true,
that's,
man. What you
that's,
talking
that's
about?
true story. That's true story. Like,
Yeah,
We go through this with him. Like we start NBA 2K league.
we start a league,
Yeah,
right?
this is where the
Literally, all his friends are in here right now that's in the league with him.
Yeah.
Like we all here right now.
Right.
Now explain this to them. Is this the right rule or is this wrong? Tell them what.
All right,
So-
look,
so we do the
a
league.
draft,
Yeah.
and we release all the players. So say whatever team you
It's
want.
a fantasy
It don't
draft.
matter
Yeah,
what-
I got you.
fantasy.
I got you.
So fantasy, you can be the Clippers and have whoever on the team.
Right.
No matter what team he's on, he has to pick himself.
Duh.
Yeah.
And I could be
No,
like,
the
and they think
problem-
it's fucked up because
Why is that messed up?
Because if he has the 20th pick in the draft, and I'm over here sitting at 9, 10, and I'm looking
Thank
at
you,
like,
that's
you know what I
explained.
mean? He's a good 2K player. Like,
yeah.
so now I have to get stuck with, you know,
Somebody
I don't
we
want
don't
to throw
know
names
who.
out
That's
there,
on
but it's
y'all.
like,
That's
What you
on
mean
y'all.
that's on
That's
us?
not my
hey, it
problem.
should be on the draft.
Nah.
Like,
That's not my
no.
problem.
He's a drafty that
Because we've been
that's
in
accepted
leagues.
to get drafted. Let us get him.
Nah.
It's been years where I had like the 4th pick, and
Right.
I'm picking myself.
Right,
like,
of course. Off rip.
We can understand that, but like he
I'll
just
give you that.
explained.
I got
The
20 on that one,
like,
Coach.
come on,
We gotta
man.
pass
We
over.
gotta wait. We can't pick Paul George
It's
all this
just
time.
when you have a
Who we
weird
gonna
like
get?
9, 10 pick, and you're like,
I'll
he's
pick-
clearly the best player
Yeah.
available, and it's like you gotta that tier. Well, once you get to 9, 10, it's tough.
And then if you don't know basketball too much like these guys,
Right.
So we did one not too
Oh,
long
yeah,
ago with
they-
Tyrese Halliburton in the shit with us, and they did their first pick. Guess who my first pick was? And I thought it was amazing.
and we doing a fantasy
You know,
draft.
fantasy. I
This
picked
motherfucker
Shaquille
picked
O'Neal.
the old Shaq.
Yeah, but
Why you was doing that?
Jackie had a
because
wild team.
I didn't know the way that we did it. The year, I guess, when we was going,
Yeah.
I picked him at a year where he was damn near old, but it seemed young.
And they didn't even take that, did they?
And he was doo-doo.
They just let you pick them right.
Yeah, and then they laughed
we
at
were all
me.
laughing.
They laughing, why you picked that pick? I'm like, because I could have picked him earlier, you know. But anyways, that's what we go through because he's on the video game, man.
Yeah.
And I know your friends gonna be go through the same shit that you do.
Well, they know if I'm
Yeah.
playing 2K, I'm not playing with nobody
Thank
else.
you. I'm glad you clarified that.
Yeah, nah. I
I
ain't
want to. Well, now y'all on the same team now. I wish y'all was on.
I'm for sure playing with us now.
Yeah,
What happens if you guys play against
This
each
is
other?
y'all
We
Sixers.
play against each other?
Sixers versus
Sixers,
Sixers.
Sixers.
Yeah,
Home and
it
away.
may be there. It may be.
We gotta do. You gotta pick. You put yourself in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
With 4
Other people.
other
Okay,
reserves.
yeah, I got you.
And I pick myself 4
I got you.
reserves.
That's fair.
You PS5?
That's fair. Yeah, PS5.
Okay, we good.
Yeah, PS5.
There you go.
PS5 for sure.
Hey, Brody, we don't want to take up too much of your time. We appreciate you coming through Blessing Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Yes, sir.
It's a wrap on the episode. Y'all stay tuned. Peace.
Appreciate y'all, man.
I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to whip in the flip in the digit. Stupid ass. Well, if you don't shut your dumb ass up, why? Yeah, I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to whip and flip the digit. Stupid ass little boy. Fuck wrong with that little boy. Fuck wrong with him, man. I ain't doing none of that shit, man. Fuck wrong with that little boy. Kevin Hart says he would choose Castanet to play him in a movie. That would be fire. Damn, he had to cut his hair. Shit, with me, man, I'm just trying to whip and flip the digit, man. You know what I'm saying? Certain shit don't even got to be like. Some shit don't even be got to be told. You know what I'm saying? Like some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like some shit just got to be sold together. Shit, I just be talking sometime, man. Drake. People gotta start fucking with Drake, man. Drake gonna end up. Man, bro. Man, this shit don't got serious, man. Fuck you talking about? Yeah. And bitch, I say, hey, get the bit with the motherfucking, yeah.
What's up, everybody? Happy Monday and welcome into another episode of the PHNX Suns podcast. I'm Lindsay here with Flex and the Espo. Not too much happening this weekend, huh? Pretty chill, calm. Saturday, Sunday?
Quiet. Quiet. We are no longer allowed to have PHNX events because the last two that I've gone to, I wind up doing hosting an emergency podcast within minutes of either it starting or ending. All right. Our golf tournament, our pickleball tournament. I've worked on an emergency show right after that.
Maybe we should have more so that all of our teams do more things. Like, you know, in the dead of the off season where you're like the meme of like the stick poking and you're like, do something. When we're tired of our teams just hanging around, we should just have events because then they'll actually do things.
Force them to do stuff.
I mean, listen, it's not a terrible idea.
Well,
It's on LeBron James.
They fire Frank Vogel, or no, they hired Mike Budenholzer the day after they fired Frank Vogel. Our other golf tournament, the Cardinals cut DeAndre Hopkins. Like, it's just, if you need something done, plan a PHNX event and it'll happen.
Absolutely. All right. Well, let's dive into it. I know you guys did an emergency podcast on Saturday about the Suns acquiring Tyus Jones. We will dive deeper into that later on in the show. But first, we got to talk about our stars, our big, bright, shiny stars out in Paris at the Olympics. Yes, we were talking about Suns, Kevin Durant, and Devin Booker in the opening game for Team USA at the Olympics against Serbia. So Durant finished with 23 points. He was 8 of 9 from the field, 4 of 5 from deep, and had 2 rebounds in there.
No, you're right. 5 of 5.
Was that right? Looking at books. I was like, I could have sworn it was 5 of 5. I thought he was perfect. Let's start over here, okay? Let's go ahead and look at the stats for Kevin and Devin. KD finished with 23 points, was 8 of 9 from the field, 5 of 5 from deep, and had 2 rebounds. Book had 12 points, was 4 of 6 from the field, 4 of 5 from deep, and had 5 assists. So a really good game for both of these guys. And of course, when you look at Kevin Durant, the biggest question was his health coming into
I'm getting tired of this shit, man.
The Olympics. I think it's safe to say he's feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think those numbers do it justice either, because 21 of those points came in 8 minutes and 33 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, he was otherworldly. It was prime Kevin Durant in front of the entire globe, and he was coming off an injury, and he quickly said to the rest of the Olympic field, too bad, you ain't getting off easy. I'm here and I'm full health. So it was unbelievable.
Yeah, listen, I've been watching ball a long time. That was one of the most dominant performances I've seen in an 8-minute stretch ever in basketball. And now when you add to that, it's the Olympics, and it's game 1 of the Olympics. Oh, and by the way, you're coming off the bench because you're coming off an injury, so you got to work your way into the game. Oh, and by the way, your team is down by 5 when you check in.
Like, by the way, Nikola Jokic is across
the best player in the world is across from you, right? And so he just comes out and he does what Kevin Durant does, and he reminds you. He reminds you why he's considered an all-time GOAT, why he's a basketball savant, and why you should be really blessed that you get to watch this guy play basketball every day for your team. So that was incredible. I did get a little worried on that last play, boy. I tell you, I almost fell off the couch when I saw it. I'm like, no, Kev, don't be that dominant now, buddy. Chill out. So, but it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it seems like KD, whenever he does have to deal with an injury, bounces back in epic fashion and has a game like what we saw on Sunday, where he's just like, let me just remind you guys.
Yeah.
I know you've been talking a lot about the injury, and that's fair and all, but let me just fix this storyline for you real quick. This one's more exciting. And honestly, it was so fun with the Olympics too, because if there is one thing that I think brings a country together, it's the Olympics.
Yeah.
Especially when your team is pretty dominant in the way that we have owned basketball for a little while. There's nothing better than coming out in game 1, especially against Serbia, which a lot of people were talking about the exhibition game and how Serbia gave them a little bit of a run for their money, and Jokic didn't even play that well in the exhibition game. There was a lot of talk leading up to this one. So to have such a demonstrative performance is just cherry on top.
A lot of hype, a lot of talk about this game. You know, I got a new thing. I'm calling it Wayne's World. That's my new thing when we see KD go crazy.
Okay.
That's Wayne's World. Yeah. Because when you call somebody by their middle name, that means they popped off. Like, you know, Armani mode, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's Wayne's World right there. That's Kevin Wayne Durant. Like, understand what y'all dealing with. Y'all know who I am. He went in there and had his own little world out there. And you know what's another cool thing is you watch the reaction of the teammates. And these are the best. These are some of the best players on planet Earth. Lens, they're like their jaws on the floor.
Yeah.
Like they're like, yo, what am I watching, bro? Are you
Bro, what
kidding
in the
me? What
fuckity fuck am I doing,
LeBron
bro?
was like that. That guy who's had those moments.
When you get guys at that level to be that excited at what they're seeing, you know you're watching something special.
I think it's just something too where you don't get to really root for these guys. You're competitors, right? Like you're not teammates.
Yeah.
So it's harder to have those moments of excitement for one another when it's typically happening against you.
Yes.
Like you're not gonna be like, damn, that LeBron James whatever was iconic when it happens against you. But when you're teammates, you get to really revel in it and be a part of that greatness. It's just another perspective, and it's a time for these guys to celebrate with one another versus competing against each other, which doesn't happen often.
Yeah, even as fans though, right? Because we watch, like when Steph hit that last shot to end the game, I went back to the game winner when he beat us. And I'm like, damn, Steph is good, man. I didn't say he was good that night. I was mad that night. Yeah, but yesterday I'm dancing around the room like, yo, go Steph. Like, it's cool to root for these guys in this setting. So, yeah, I'm going to have fun with this Olympics, man.
Kevin Durant also owns 3 of the 4 top scoring performances in the opening game for Team USA at the Olympics. 2012, he had 25 points against France. In 2016, he had 22 points against China. And in 2024, 23 points against Serbia. That 4th one, that one belongs to our guy Charles Barkley with 24 points against Angola.
Let's go. I remember that game, too. I remember that game.
And Barkley talking shit to the Angolans.
He elbowed the poor Angolan in the chest, yeah. And
he was
I remember that one.
He was not on a peace mission, let's say that.
Katie's a little bit nicer about his top scoring performances, maybe just a little bit.
But that shows you how special this guy is.
And has been for a very long time.
I mean, it's been a rough first, 18 months here in Phoenix, the way people have approached it, but that's the guy. That's why you make any move you can get to get Kevin Durant, because he's otherworldly. And those 8 minutes and 33 seconds on the world stage are exactly why you do it, because that will happen in a Suns uniform at some point this season.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, emphatically.
I could have shot that.
It's going to happen.
So the question is, obviously, we saw, KD come off the bench. He's starting next game, right?
Probably.
That was just like to kind of ease you back into things,
shit.
no?
Yeah.
Do you mess with what worked, though?
Listen.
I'm superstitious.
That's what I'm asking.
No.
What do you do in this situation?
If I'm Steve Kerr, I mean, that's Kevin Durant is one of the best players in the world, even my starting lineup. I understand why you kind of eased him in this game, but I think what he did is almost like, okay, bro, that was fun. But let me get to the real business here. Okay, Kevin, you did your thing. Yeah, Kevin started.
If I'm Kerr, I go, if you don't do that in the first 9 minutes of the game I start you're back to the bench, my friend.
You're out of here.
It's also one thing we didn't really mention, all of that in 17 minutes.
Yeah.
Like 17 minutes.
Whoa! All-time Olympic performance.
Yes, in 17 minutes.
And Lindsay, that's probably the stat we should have had on there.
How did I forget to mention that?
But the 21 of the 23 were in that
8
minutes and 33 seconds.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, Sean said he's the best Olympic player. Does KD go down as the GOAT of the Olympics?
Yeah, he's going to have
USA men's
basketball.
Yeah, not even close. Yeah, it's not even close. I mean,
ran into
he
this
gets
big.
his 4th one now, right?
Ooh.
If he wins this Olympics,
you know what
which
he is.
I believe they will, he'll have 4 gold medals, and he'll be the all-time leading scorer in history of USA men's basketball. Yeah, there's no question. Build the statue right now.
Where do you build it?
That's
at the
a good
Team
question.
USA facility?
Yeah. Team USA
Did
facility.
you build one at each arena that he played in the
No,
in the
Team
Olympics?
Yo,
USA
why can't it
facility.
just go down
Make sure they
easy,
can
bro? Just go down
build things,
easy, man. That's
go
all you
down
gotta do,
far.
man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
All I
you
know
don't gotta
is
try
I am
so hard, bro.
incredibly glad that KD is healthy, that he
Just
is back in
lose.
action.
That's all you gotta do is lose. That's all you gotta do, man.
With Team USA at the
Just
Olympics,
fucking lose.
because as much as I was very hesitant to have
Because I can
him
turn it
go
up
just
and
because
do this right
Suns
here,
fans,
and
Celtics,
you losing
whatever.
again. It's just that easy.
It's not. It wouldn't have been the
Just
same
lose, man.
without KD.
I don't have to do
Yeah.
stuff
playing
like
with the
that.
squad. So I'm glad that we have that, and exciting times. Keep it up,
Mm-hmm.
KD. I'm excited to see what he does in the second game. If this is just the start and tip of the iceberg, gonna get 23 minutes from KD. We're gonna get him in the starting
Oh
lineup.
my God, this big.
What you got for us?
KD gonna drop a 30 bomb.
Of course he makes that.
He'll drop a 30 bomb.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna dive into Devin Booker next, but first, I know the kids are already back in school, which I think is insane. It seems like it's way too early for kids to be back in school.
Gotcha.
It's crazy.
Gotcha.
It doesn't make sense for me.
It's crazy.
I'm from the East Coast. School in July. That don't make sense.
Wild. But if you're like, hey, you know what, my kids are getting a little bit older now, I kind of want them to have a phone that they can take with them, to school for after-school practices or field trips or whatever, but you're like, I don't really want to hand them the entire World Wide Web. I'd like to have a little more control, like, a simple phone you can call and text on that doesn't break the bank. Our friends at Mint Mobile are here to help you out. We all love a great deal just as much as the next guy. You don't want to have to, fight tooth and nail just to get a good deal. Well, with Mint Mobile, it's super easy. There's no hoops, no BS. You just get wireless internet or wireless service for $15 a month with the purchase of a 3-month plan. And it sounds really good. And if also you don't got kids, not really worried about that, but you have that thing where you just scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll, and you have to kind of remind yourself that you don't want to aimlessly waste time on the internet. Well, this is a great way to stay connected, but maintain a sense of presence because you're not distracted by all the things on your phone. To get this new customer offer, you and your 3 new month unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month, you can go to mintmobile.com/sons. That's mintmobile.com/sons. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/sons. Disclaimer, $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to 15 months. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigs on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See mintmobile.com
I could have shot
for
that, low-key.
details.
I am really shocked that they're letting me read the first ad for this new partner. I'm really shocked.
Breaking news.
Sanderson Ford is part of the PHNX family.
Woo-woo.
That's right. I've always wanted to do this. Sanderson Ford Country. Look at that. I'm officially official.
Oh my God, they're killing me with that, bro.
Over at Sanderson Ford. They have been in this town forever. I remember these ads when I was a kid in the 80s. 3 generations of Sandersons have owned Sanderson Ford in this town. They have loved everything about the
Better
valley,
get out there, boy.
and now they love everything about PHNX, or we'll put that to the test. I'm actually in the market. I want to get one of the Ford Mustang Mach-E's.
Ooh,
I'm very
fancy.
interested in finding myself driving one of those sometime soon, and I will be doing it through our friends at Sanderson Ford. They have a 65-acre facility that makes them the largest Ford dealership in the nation. Something that they have, including retail and fleet sales. They have more Fords than anyone in the nation. If you want a Ford, Sanderson Ford's got it for you. It's that simple. And they're pushing for the playoffs, and you get the payoffs like deals on 24 Ford Bronco Sport Big Bed. Have you seen the new Ford Broncos?
They're beautiful.
Beautiful.
Nice, very nice.
And then, it's just like that. It was ranked the highest in quality in its segment by J.D. Power Associates. That's a big deal. That's like the Oscar and Emmy
J.D.
of
Power,
cars. J.D. Power. So make sure to head over to Sanderson Ford. They've got what you're looking for. The Sanderson Ford Summer Sales event is here, and they are teaming up with the Boys of Summer for a final playoff payoff sale. Purchase or lease any new Ford and get 4 tickets for your
I have
family.
taken
See
out
the
my
Diamondbacks
Invisalign, and
push
this is the
for
album.
playoffs. Get out there and see the hottest team in baseball. We'll drive in one of the hottest cars in the nation from our friends at Sanderson Ford. Get 0% for 36 months OAC from Ford Credit. See dealer for details. Welcome to the
Nah, I wanna
family,
listen to
Sanderson. Glad to have you.
Happy to have you. Also happy to have all you guys here with us on YouTube in the chat. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Thank you all for being so active in the
We
chat
established like the
today.
Yankees.
We've got a few newcomers, or not newcomers, but we don't see the names in the chat very often. Kilpie, DJ Slappin, a couple of new names.
In your mouth. In your mouth.
HL0. Keep it coming, guys. We love to see you in the
In the
chat. And
city
then,
I
of
come
course, all of
from.
our OGs. We appreciate you guys
So
for
I'm
being
gonna say
here
truly
each and
resent
every
me.
day.
Marco.
The whole demeanor and
Come
spells
on,
envy
man.
and trying to tip
You got
me.
better pipes
The
than
higher
that.
I get, the less they accept me,
Marco
even
says
at
that's
the
what sounded
OG.
like Gambo on the radio with the Sanderson
Do we
Ford
need to
song.
have
Cause
a
I'm already
competition
in
here?
Oh,
Karaoke battle?
I ain't singing no Sister Golden Hair or any of that. No. I'm singing the way the people want to hear it.
All right, so we know Kevin Durant had himself a moment in the Olympics already, but we also got to give some love to
I
Devin
tried to
Booker
make the right
because
choices with the
both
world watching.
sons have been shining out there in
Pac
Paris.
never
So
tried to
Devin
seem
finished
like
with 12
Mike,
points,
or
4 of
my
6
dad's
from the
words
field,
to
4
me
of
when
5
I
from
asked him
deep,
how to make it
5
in life.
assists, and also
So my mother
2
gave the greatest
steals.
advice. Yeah,
While
look
it
at
may
me now.
not
They
be
look
if
at
you
me
just
like the
look
golden
at the
child.
points, right?
Ain't
A
nobody,
super flashy thing if you're just kind of looking at the box
especially
score.
not right now.
But Devin
Certain
Booker
shoes
is
is too wild to
doing
rest.
so much for this team. He deserves all the flowers as well. And don't just take our word for it, okay? I'm just only going to tell you two. If I went and scoured the internet for every single quote or tweet that people were saying about Kevin and Devin, I'd still be scouring the internet because it was so abundant.
I love that you just literally said, don't listen to us. There's other people
No,
more qualified
Deal,
to
Steph.
tell you.
you don't have to just take our word for it, because last time we talked about Book and what he was doing in the exhibition games, people are like, are you
D up,
overplaying
Steph.
Book
Oh,
a
shit.
little bit too much? I don't think we were.
D
But
up,
I'm
Steph.
just saying, if you want to hear it from a few others, Don Staley said of Devin Booker as well, quote, I think Devin Booker is the unsung hero. Devin Booker can play both sides of the ball, score a whole lot of basketball points, and defend. He's like the quiet assassin of that group.
You be like, Drake,
Wade
will you
on the
please stop
broadcast
smoking la
was
la?
talking
Just
about
watch out.
how
I'm
he
a
thinks a
thug.
lot
I'm
of
a
people
die.
forget that Devin Booker is a great defender. Devin may not have had the flashiest quote-unquote performance or box score, but Devin is doing the dirty work. He's defending his ass off. He's the glue guy. He's connecting everyone. And more importantly, he is committed to playing team basketball. They have given him a role, and he has shined within that role by doing what's best for the
wax
team.
tires.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing to see, but I'm not surprised, right? This is a guy that we see him every night. We know what he brings to the table. Go ask Steph Curry, go ask Kevin Durant, go ask LeBron James, the OGs, like you said, of the group, and ask them who they think is the guy that connects them and allows them to do what they're doing on this team. And it's Devin Booker. And if you want a little bit more insight, you want to do a deeper dive, go look at that national championship that Tina was fighting for a national championship at Kentucky. Go look at that team and the amount of talent that team had and how they played Devin Booker. And go back and ask Coach Cal, who's the most important basketball player on that team, on that Kentucky
I'm gonna make you one
and he
dance
tell
to
you my
this.
6'8", that SEC freshman and 6'8" year, Devin
Bad
Booker.
boy.
You know what? He knew how to do it at 18 years old. He did that at Kentucky and is doing the exact same
David
thing on
Aldridge
the
from the
biggest
sideline
stage,
for an interview with
one of
our
the greatest
player of the
teams ever
game.
assembled.
Hey, David.
So people are
Thanks very much,
surprised. I'm
Anthony.
like, you're not
Great
paying
team
attention.
win.
Devin can do
How
this
important are those
professionally.
contributions throughout the roster?
We got a great team, and guys are playing for each other. We play selfless. All we care about is winning. And, these guys are doing the little things, and therefore, any chance we get where we're able to find these guys and make plays, we want to give it to them. We want to reward them and thank them for doing all the little things. That's how you win championships.
Yeah, it was 1 through 15 tonight, man. Thanks. Back to you guys.
When it comes to Devin Booker, but to Lindsay's point, when you hear it from a Dwayne
Maybe
Wade, a
like
guy
Drake,
that
will you please
was one of
stop
those
smoking la
first
la?
that rookie
Chose,
year,
why try?
remember,
I'm a
that's
thug,
talking
I'm a
about-
die.
Talking about Devin, it was him, it was Kobe, it was LeBron, I believe, were the guys when most people didn't even have him on the radar, they were talking about him. And him saying the defensive side, like where Book gets hammered constantly about defense, but that's an old narrative. It's a tired narrative.
Yeah.
It was from earlier in his career where he was asked to do so much offensively that there wasn't, and there wasn't really
Oh,
anybody around him. So
shit,
defense
they
is
ain't
only
going
as good as
tomorrow.
the 4 other guys defending with you. in a lot of
That's
cases.
right.
So I love it. I love that Don Staley is out there standing for him and making it clear. And anybody that
Cash
doesn't
rules
see
everything
the importance
around
of him,
cream.
and in particular in that starting lineup and what he's able to do for everybody else, you're just not watching
And here's
basketball.
the thing: we're not saying that Devin Booker is like this otherworldly defender, right? But he plays defense, and a lot of times people want to continue to push this idea that he doesn't play defense at all. And that's just
After I was at El
incorrect.
Molino.
Yeah, it's completely incorrect. And then in the comments too, we had Enslow say Booker.
I swear this guy might supposed my ego.
And I think that speaks
It's far from the time
why
to rest
he is
now.
now teammates with Kevin Durant as
He's
well.
the best now.
Kevin Durant sees the value
Because
in what Devin
now.
Booker does for a team.
People
Devin
wanna
Booker
play
can
chess
see
now.
the value in what KD also
So I know
does
you
for
meant
a
it.
team. That's why they both wanted to
You
team
know
up
who's in it.
and play with one another.
Bro, can you
And
know
that's
Simmons,
why
you know
some
Simmons
players
ain't
are
playing
willing
with
to
you
come to
niggas at
Phoenix
all.
as well, like a Tyus Jones, right? Like you have a guy like Book on
Bro,
your
why is
team,
Japan
and you
so
add in Kevin
good,
Durant.
bro?
That's super exciting for other
They beat
guys
the
around
all-time
league who
Nets.
wanna
What
be a
the
part of it.
hell?
But all these guys have been
learn.
giving Devin a lot of love over the last however many years. It seems like since forever, honestly. The last decade. Since he's been in the league, he's been getting a lot of love and attention from guys like KD, from guys like Steph and LeBron. Like your favorite player's favorite player. You know what I mean? And there's a reason for that.
Think about the comment LeBron made the Book's first All-Star game when he got snubbed, but ultimately made it in because Dame strained his groin the night
squad, bro. Holy
right?
shit. Back,
The
but I'm
comment
not a racist.
LeBron made was, "Hey man, Devin Booker's the most disrespected player on planet Earth." And he said that years ago.
Oh, we played an
And
all-time
it's
Bulls
not a
next.
surprise,
Oh my
man. Now,
goodness.
Ashley Shaw. Is it Ashley Shaw? You don't use my word, Ashley. I've been saying that for a while. You talk to people. That's right.
You know I speak Spanish
I was
too.
told that a couple summers ago by people, basketball players and people in the
Wait, what
business
the fuck?
said Devin's a chameleon. You know, he can adapt to anything.
Ashley's just talking about the Raptors.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah. But no, that again, Lindsay, your point. Kevin Durant came here for a reason. Chris Paul came here for a reason. Brad Beal came here for a reason. Tyus just
Why are
proved
those
it.
jerseys in this?
Every time Devin gets on the court, he makes it his business to play the right way.
500 million, I got a count, Kate. There you
You
go, right
never
there.
know who's watching,
That's upside
and you never
down
know when
cake.
that's going
Give
to mean
'em
something. And he
they
does
pound
it at
cake.
such a high level that we're blessed to have him here.
Well, and talking
Love
about
you, Ashley.
sacrifice,
Icing
I
on
think
the cake.
last year
Cake,
you could
cake,
say, hey,
cake,
he was
cake.
asked to do yet another.
Oh yeah, we
thing,
got
right?
it, bitch.
Didn't-
I done made no
didn't
millionaires
count,
than a
nope,
lotto
just got to
did.
business.
Yeah,
became
made
a top
millions,
10
made
assist guy
millions.
in the league.
Oh my God, they finally won. They won. They beat a good team
Throw
too,
a
bro.
million different things that you expect from him that you want him to do.
I'm
and he
back
goes
in
out
my
and does it.
bag, and
All right, we
my
can't
jet
really
don't lag.
talk about Devin Booker without talking about the elephant in the room, and that is the
Let's
absolute
make
war
sure.
that is happening,
gonna do
whatever,
that.
on social media around this. A lot of people are really mad at Devin, which I think is crazy to put the blame there.
Yeah.
Because Jason Tatum didn't get a new run in yesterday's game. And while I understand that if I were a Celtics fan or a huge Jason Tatum fan, I'd probably be pissed too. Like,
Yeah.
he is, we're not saying that Jason Tatum is not a phenomenal basketball
One of the best
player.
players in the world.
Yes, of course. He's on Team USA for a reason.
Right.
I just think that
Yeah.
the
Fuck all that happy to
anger
be and
being
shit
put
that
at
y'all
the
want
feet
me
of
on.
Devin
I'm the big homie that still be trying to look at me,
Look,
dog. Like I
there's
should
only
see
one former Sun that you could ever blame for this, and it's Steve Kerr.
It's my
Steve Kerr's the
generation.
reason he didn't play. Devin Booker didn't go, hey, don't put Jason Tatum on the court, please.
Yeah, listen,
I prefer
listen.
that you didn't. Let me cook. No, it was Steve Kerr's decision to not play Jason Tatum. And the thing is, I feel for Steve
They
Kerr,
paved the way
because if
for
you look
us.
at that bench, somebody inevitably isn't going to get a lot of minutes. And who the hell should that be? Because
doing
this
it
team
better.
is stacked.
Yeah.
There's a reason they've referred to these as dream teams.
Just for
Because
saying
there
that,
are
they
so
should put some
many
more
damn guys
runs
on
in
this
here
roster.
so I can stare at
And
myself.
you see a lot of these teams, they're not wing heavy that you're playing, so
someone
matchups
else
dictated
prepared
things with
for
Serbia. I guarantee versus South Sudan, who'll get more minutes. Like,
When do I
this is
play
gonna ebb
them?
and flow for some of these guys because there's just so much talent. And who came back yesterday?
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant.
You really want to have that conversation? We just said he was one of the greatest, if not the greatest Olympian ever when it comes to Team USA men's basketball. We're really going to have that conversation right now? Absolutely not. Sorry, no.
Yeah, I mean, if it walk like a duck and it quack like a duck, don't call it a dog, it's a duck. Listen, the change
and did that shit because it's something to do.
Durant coming back yesterday.
And then you just who I became, dog. Nothing was the same, dog.
Points in 8 minutes. And so, you know, I was watching this play out yesterday.
Man, why is this team so bad?
With the fans, and I'm gonna say this.
They're stacked,
I love
bro.
Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is one of the best basketball players on planet Earth, and absolutely should be playing the Olympics. If I was a fan of Celtics, I'd be pissed off that I didn't get to see Jason Tatum.
Yes, absolutely.
But I am not going to co-sign allowing people to literally pick Devin Booker as the reason why Tatum didn't play. They don't play the same position. One's in the front court, one's in the back court. Kevin Durant came back. We saw a lot of Jason Tatum during the preliminary runs and the exhibition games, but Kevin Durant comes in. You have to find a place for Kevin Durant, and somebody's going to lose minutes. And just look at the tape. The guy that lost the minutes was the guy that was getting the minutes before Kevin Durant came back. So this whole Devin versus Tatum thing is silly.
It's also unfair because I don't think there is actually any beef between those two guys.
Of course there isn't. No.
I think they have a lot of admiration and respect for one another. And so I just think it creates this really awful, like, online drama and sometimes even, like, like, there are, obviously, let's be honest, we're media members, but we're also fans of a specific team. You know that happens with other players and other teams, too. But it just creates this really toxic, like,
they don't listen to that, though.
Cesspool, and it's not fair to the two of them to pit them against each other.
They love each other. Tatum wanted to come here and play with Book when he was young. He made that public. They love each other. Those guys are cool as hell. Like and by the way, we're getting into this. Those guys don't listen to that. They don't listen to that.
Some of them don't. Look, this is the Bill Simmons of the world. This is the talking heads in Boston. I saw some of them on Twitter, some of the radio guys talking about that, and I'm like, look, guys, you can get your panties in a twist if you want about about Devin Booker starting and Jason Tatum not getting minutes, but it's not. It doesn't, like you said, doesn't make any sense. It's not like he's taking his minutes. It's KD coming back that took the minutes.
Yeah.
It's Steve Kerr's decision. And guess what, my friends? You guys won an NBA championship. Do you really give a crap if Jason Tatum gets 20 minutes or 2? What difference does it make? As long as he comes back healthy to you and he wins a gold, it should not matter.
Yeah.